This just in, breaking news, our top story tonight. Hustler Casino Live announces an exciting new guest to the show. Tony G will be stopping by and bringing at least 1 million American dollars. If Tony G happens to stack someone, I'm sure he will handle that with dignity and grace.
Come on, Russian, get out. It's time to go. On your bike.
Also tonight, Phil Nagy, the ACR CEO, has offered a $100,000 bounty for anyone that can show proof of Ali Imsirovic's cheating ring. Exactly what happens behind closed doors in Ali Imsirovic's staking camp? Well, unfortunately, I don't know because I'm not in that small, round group of people that know what's happening that other people don't know about.
You're on the outs.
Not sure what the term for that is. However, if someone does have proof and wants to come forward, I'll be more than happy to have you here on my show. Up next, shocking developments from the world of poker piece buying, with many high-stakes notable players confirmed busto selling pieces of their action on Stake Kings and other venues. I mean, I'd like to take a big piece of myself, but what happens if I lose my buy-in?
I am never going to financially recover from this.
In other news, Doyle Brunson fires off one last tweet from the afterlife. He took this opportunity to say some kind words and insult the markup that Mike Matusow was selling at in a poker tournament. This might put a little damper on the markup police.
Pull over now.
And finally tonight, an epic hand between Daniel Negreanu and Eric Persson. But who will get the best of this one? Will it be a kid or will it be a person? Some rough writing today, some rough ones. All of this and more tonight on Poker News. Before we get going here, oh wait, shit, we already launched this course at Upswing. Okay, well, our series just finished at the Lodge. I have nothing left to promote. What am I going to do? This is normally where I pitch things I'm selling. I guess we could just trim a few minutes off this video, or we could trim a few hairs off my body with Manscaped. That's right, today's video is sponsored by Manscaped. I've personally been using Manscaped for the past year or so to help me with my long dangling armpit hair that I used to get made fun of in my YouTube videos. Not anymore, guys. You don't even notice it's there because it's not. I also got this sweet package of goods from Manscaped, including the beard hedger for my beard. But Manscaped doesn't just help you with your beard or your armpit hair. It's also got you in the nether regions. Look, we got a little crop preserver. We got a little crop reviver. There are so many smelly, hairy guys at the poker table. Don't be another one. And if you want to act on that right now, head over to Manscaped for 20% off with code DougPolk for 20% off your Manscaped order. I'll see you there. Alrighty, moving on. Hustler Casino Live announces their new guest for their stream. Tony G joins the lineup and will be playing in the $1 million cash game. Tony G, a fan favorite, played for many years and has also dabbled in a lot of different arenas, including cryptocurrency stuff, including Coin Poker, a recent poker site that came up using cryptocurrency, and also politics in Lithuania. This guy's got a pretty wide range. He's also known for his lavish lifestyle on his social media posts and being a little bit of a troll. People were very excited to see Tony G in the mix with a breaking news tweet. I hope I got my appropriate commission for the usage of breaking news here from Hustler Casino Live, announcing that Tony G is in the lineup and it will be 5 straight days of 501k with a $1 million minimum buy-in. While we're on the subject of the $1 million cash game, we need to have a talk about selling pieces in games and why it is totally standard. For some reason, there has been a bit of a movement lately. A lot of it I've seen in vlogs or some of the bigger prominent vloggers, in addition to sort of the public discourse from a lot of different business guys, where people talk about selling action as if it changes the game or is weird in some capacity. And I have to tell you that almost all of the best players in the world through their career sold action. For example, I sold action in many of my biggest games all through my career because at some point the stakes just get too big. It shouldn't change the flow of the game really, because you shouldn't be playing in games that would be degenerate to do so. Here at Poker News Productions, I've managed to prepare an in-depth analysis to show you how selling action works. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alrighty, here we go. So let's start off. Let's say that our bankroll is $1 million. Okay, so this is going to be our nice bankroll. This represents a poker player's money he has. This poker player is doing pretty good. He's got $1 million. Okay, now let's look at two different games. Game number one. This game costs, let's just say, $20,000 buy-in. So he has, quick maths, 50 buy-ins. Alrighty. This game you can afford to play, and if you lose, you're going to be fine. If you double up, you'll have 40,000. You'll still have 25 buy-ins when you doubled up. Still a little aggressive, but maybe just totally fine. It also matters how liquid that $1 million is. In this example, our player has $1 million with no tax repercussions sitting there ready to play. This situation, if the game is good, is a reasonable situation to play. Now let me give you a second example. Let's say in this example, a player wants to play in a really good game. But in this example, the buy-in is, let me think about this, $1 million. Or as I'd like to call it, he has in his net worth bankroll, 1 buy-in. In this exact example, the player is going to have to carefully monitor the lineup to see exactly how fucking moronic it would be to play in this game, and instead, obviously not play. However, there's option C. He can play in this game, but now he can have a smaller percent of himself. Like, for example, he could take 2% of the game, still a 20K buy-in, still totally fine, and he does not have a small penis inherently. He could, but that would be separate. He could, but that would be separate. But he probably does, because he is only taking 20K of himself. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. You just got to buy in for $1 million. When I was coming up in the game, I had a lot of sessions that I took smaller pieces of myself. I had a day I played Isildur at 400, 800, and I think I had something like a quarter of my action or 30% of my action, and I lost $1.1 million. It was a reasonable amount of action for me to take. I mitigated my loss. I still believe I had an edge in the game, and when things went badly, I was okay. Which is why, when I play in a $1 million buy-in game, I'm going to have a small piece of myself in terms of percentage. I might have 20% of myself. I might have 30% of myself. I probably won't have more than that. I'm not afraid to say I am definitely more poor than most of the business guys, probably all of the business guys at the table. I'm successful for my age, and I can take a sizable piece of myself. If I took a quarter of my action in this game, that is a $250,000 buy-in, and I am bringing multiple bullets. I'm okay with that, but I cannot take the risks I could as a young early 20s man anymore. I have a kid, I have a wife, I have a nice life I've set up for myself. I'm willing to gamble for some pretty big stakes, but I'm not willing to put something on the line that could cause an impact in my life or also causes me other issues in terms of liquidity or having to incur capital gains on selling assets, blah, 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 nitty old person stuff. The point is simple. Poker is a game of strategy. And when you play a game of strategy, you really just need to have enough money for the game as long as you are personally bankrolled given your piece. This is also different than staking, where a player gives you all of the money and then you give them back a percentage of the winnings in exchange for the liquidity and you take on no risk. Here, I still have plenty of risk. I could lose over $500,000 on my trip out to LA if people start busting through all my bullets. I'm bringing $1, $2, $3 million bullets for this game. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say with this whole bit is I'm pretty much broke. I'm bringing what? 600,000, 700,000 to this game of my own money. It's practically nothing. All right, I'm gonna go see what I can do. Maybe I can scrounge up some money so I can do something to get in. Hold on, let's see what I got. Anyone want a pencil? What, I got like a few cents here for sure. Okay, I can take 0.00001% more now. How much does donating blood give you? Oh, what the fuck? You do it for free? Why does anyone donate blood? Sperm, though. Moving on, let's talk about briefly this Daniel Negreanu, Eric Persson hand where Negreanu essentially gets Persson to show him a card in exchange for $20,000.
$20,000 to see one card. Wow.
20,000 in cash, and you get to keep it either way. And then I get to see one card.
Take it.
Nah.
No?
No.
You got to take 20.
What is happening right now? All right. 60 more seconds. Sorry, this is...
You know what?
No.
You can show one?
Here we go.
Give me 20 off.
There you go.
20, show me a card? Okay, that's fair.
20 HA.
20,000 for a card.
That's the greatest card I've ever seen.
Me!
You're getting better odds now, at least.
I know, this is insane. He showed me the 5 of diamonds. You get to keep the 20.
Well, at least you can't lose the 20 twice.
See, you called. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait.
Man, did you really just call with 4 or 5 off?
Maybe I have the 4 or 5 of diamonds.
I've never seen Daniel this perplexed.
Keep my 20.
There you go.
Good hand.
If you can show a bluff, Eric, please.
I can hardly wait till that gets on
I had the
TV.
ace of diamonds.
That might make television. That might
I
make
had the ace of diamonds. Well, you made 20,000 anyway.
It's a bit of an interesting situation because if Eric thinks that Negreanu is going to fold either way when he bets the river, he could just get paid 20K and show a card. But it's kind of hard to show a diamond here and be bluffing. Basically, he can show the 5 and say he has 5-4, but then he has to have played 5-4 off pre-flop. Or he can show the jack of diamonds, but what hand could possibly be bluffing with the jack? I mean, really, you have to have a hand like king jack with the jack of diamonds and just turn it into a bluff. It's one of those spots where if Eric really thinks Negreanu is folding, he should probably get paid the 20K. But otherwise, I would not do it. And this is a tip for players at home. Typically speaking, when people want to see your cards, don't show them your cards. Poker strategy's really gone a long way. I mentioned this in the intro, but someone did send a tweet out from Doyle's account. Some kind words about his plans that he had for the summer to play a couple events. And a little needle at Mike Matisow for charging markup in the 10K08. And he will save us all a seat in Dolly's game in heaven. Some kind words to go out on. I have kind of mixed feelings on tweets from accounts once people have passed away. But I think no matter how you want to dice it, this was at least funny and tastefully done where I think it's pretty reasonable. We will certainly be missing Doyle Brunson. And finally tonight, a quick story from Phil Nagy over at ACR, tweeting out that he is offering a $100,000 bounty for someone that can show proof of Ali Imsirovic cheating. The tweet says, "I will go on record. I am in the Triton 200K blinding off reading this. I will offer a 100K reward for proof of this. I take security seriously. However, there is no one that is perfect. Help me help you if you can. Excuse my grammar. I'm under some pressure here. I would be too if I was blinding out for 200K. This was based around apparently Ali had been shown to be coaching some people, trying to take some guys to the next level. There was speculation that the way that it works, according to Matt Berkey, that the stable is divided into shifts. Newer guys play early stages, mid stages for vets, and later on in the tournaments, Ali and Chris Fitz close out using RTA. I don't know how true that is. Certainly just a rumor at this point and some speculation about it. I will say I'm really a bit upset about what happened with Ali. Ali was one of the first members of Upswing Poker. He bought our training courses. He was an up-and-coming player. He started to do really well. We were very proud of him. And then it came out later that he had been cheating. And I guess like the full arc is weird to see, especially from someone that is still so young. He's actually in his late 20s. He's 28 years old. So it is quite the twist here from someone that at one point I thought was a promising young player and still probably is. I mean, in live tournaments, he seemed to do quite well in events where it would be difficult for him to be cheating other than possibly collusion. But I'm just really confused why he would do this and go this direction. And open offer to Ali if he wants to come on my podcast and talk about it. I'd be more than happy to have him on. Or if anyone has proof to collect this 100K bounty, also welcome on the channel. As always, we like to have a lot of opinions here at Polk News Productions. That's a wrap for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you again soon. Peace.